somewhere down the line, water became a very important and passionate thing for me. So I wanted to take that as a career. And always I felt at that point that there is never end to a requirement of water till the humankind is there. Rotary has been a part of me from way back in 2000 when I was in Mysore and I joined the Rotary first. So two important things which happened was I am not fearful of meeting anybody new. That is one thing. And as Rotary itself is a core for friendship. Success stories will always be said, but there are a lot of failures which is there. Please understand that. It is not that you need to fail or anything like that. At least you will learn some things which maybe you should avoid, or maybe you should do it in a different way. I have always been a person telling that learn from the best. Don't go for some small person who has just started, or go to the biggest guy. Ask them why they are successful. At least they tell two words. That itself will be very important. Don't burn bridges. So you have a difference of opinion, you don't want to share the same thought, let's be friends. I mean, always that friendship will help. Instead of fighting with them, arguing with them, telling that no, I am not agreeing on this, all that.
In today's world, water is a very important commodity, especially given the environmental pollution and adultery. Today we have with us Mr Panchanathan Subramanoy, who runs a water consultant and auditing firm called Pavani Solutions. He is associated to many professional, industrial and networking bodies. So let's hear more from him. Hi, Mr. Panchanathan. How are you feeling this morning? And first of all, welcome to our podcast, Talk of Town.
Thank you for inviting me as your guest for today's podcast. And I wish all the best for Talk of Town podcast, which will help a lot of entrepreneurs, which I understood when we were discussing.
Thank you so much. So I think the first thing I want you to add value to Talk of Town is by telling us, I know that we can't separate Panchanathan with Rotary. So how has been your affiliation and what is that affiliation that you have towards Rotary?
Yeah. Rotary has been a part of me from way back in 2000 when I was in Mysore and I joined the Rotary first, which at that point I was not knowing anything about Rotary. And I had joined a very old club in Mysore which had almost at that point of time itself around 120 plus members. And the best part is the welcome which was given to me at the meeting, and we had very senior people in the Rotary, and they used to give always an opportunity to showcase our strength. Be it talking on the stage, welcoming people, giving a Thanksgiving. It may look very small, but giving an introduction about a speaker itself used to be a huge achievement because we had to face 100 plus members. So being very young, that really gave me a lot of confidence. And whatever the other activities which they used to give, even though we were not aware of anything, we had to learn everything to do it. And as not now, way back, everything was a challenge. We had to arrange for a photographer, we had to arrange everything. So right from arranging a program to, welcoming people, everything you had to do a responsibility, which has overall, through my career, it has helped me a lot. So two important things which happened was I am not fearful of meeting anybody new. That is one thing. And as Rotary itself is a core for friendship. So that is very much ingrained in me. So even today I follow that as a very strong learning which I have taken. So all of my friends, and Rotary being an international organization, it has really helped me to connect to people across the world. So that's been the thing, and always it's been a part of me. So even now I'm part of Rotary Bangalore Udyog, which is also a large club, and I'm taking part in whatever best I can do for that.
That's very interesting to know. And I think these friendships is what that flourishes in your business. There is a certain takeaway that you have through these interactions. So you have a lot of flair for water and treatment, and we know that you run Pavni Solutions. So tell us a little bit about water audit and what is it that you are into?
Yeah. Currently, we as a company, we run a company called Pavni Solutions, wherein we give customized solutions about water, water treatment, water processing, everything to a customer. So we, as a company, we handle commercial, industrial, and corporate kind of customers. So wherein there is a lot of usage of water. So be it a hotel industry, an industry by itself, a hospital. So wherever, everywhere, water is a main source. And as every one of us know that only 5% of water is there to be used for domestic consumption. So it is a very, very small quantity for a large usage of water. So we as a company, we take care to see and advise the customer to use water, reuse water. So they can reuse the water for different purposes. Once that is known by them, they will be better understanding about the challenges which are faced by water. And as a company, as a individual, I do a lot of awareness programs for everybody, be it the industry, be it the individual. And that's where part of many bodies like Indian Plumbing Association, which is a parent body of that, they conduct a lot of awareness, which I am also a part of it. So other than that, various organizations are there which creates awareness among right from a student to a end user of a factory. So it helps a lot. So I always feel that if people are informed about water, the properties and what is the challenge, and due to the pollution what is really happening on the water, so that's where my whole interest took place, to see that almost 12 years back we have started this company. Prior to that, I was with Eureka Forbes, wherein I was involved with water treatment, and even the floor care products like vacuum cleaners and all that. Somewhere down the line, water became a very important and passionate thing for me. So I wanted to take that as a career. And always I felt at that point that there is never end to a requirement of water till the humankind is there. So that's what really interested me. So way back from water purification, now we are doing lot of activities which are connected, wherein the consumption of water is important. So we work on various projects which see that we consume water in the right quantity and a reuse of water is possible. So that's the whole thing. So always I have felt that as this is not going to be a stop, so the business is going to be one, when we think of stopping, that is when we can stop. So otherwise, every day the challenges are going to be different and it is needed. So that's what is my personal take on this.
Very interesting, because I also think that it is a very niche area.
Yeah.
And a lot of focus is now into it, given the quantities of pollution that's increased, the adulteration in water. And this is going to be, I think there's going to be more and more focus on this area going further. True. So that's a very interesting thing. And we did not know about the body existing. You know, there is a water, you know, there yes. are related bodies that yes. are there where people can reach out, and that's wonderful to know from you. So Mr. Panchanathan, a very interesting question for you next. So if you were to go back to your 20s, what is that advice you would give yourself, or what would you change about what you had done then?
Personally speaking, at that point I was involved only in drinking water purification, and at that point the field itself was very nascent. I mean, we were not aware of technologies, and there were very few people in the field who would be doing it. And at that point of time, it was always in awe. We used to look at water treatment engineers or water purification engineers. And what had happened is, at that point, either it was very small or it was very large. So you had big players only being involved in water treatment or water purification processes. There were not small or mid segment kind of people who were involved. So, which in the last, I would say that 2 decades, it has completely changed. I would say that 2, 3 different things which has involved in getting this is, one is the internet, which has given a lot of information, inputs about water by itself. That is the first thing. The second important thing is, through the mobile itself, there is a lot of awareness which is created about water. So these two things have really helped to see that everybody is aware of water. Either to, when I really tell my childhood days, we were never even bothered about the water. It was only the climate change. When it was raining or when it is cold, you have to drink boiled water. That was all the thing. But today the entire thing has shifted, and what has happened is, uh, I have personally experienced or being following it step by step or in different fields. Now water has become a usage which is specified for maybe the medical industry, maybe the hospital industry, hotel industry. So everything requires a different property of water. Now, uh, what we are doing is, or I am doing personally, is every day I'm learning. So that's, the learning has never stopped, because every day we see that how we can improve, what is the technology we can adopt to see that the customer is able to implement that, and it is cost effective. So these are the two important things. I would say that 20 years back I would have wanted to spend more time into understanding, but to get that knowledge it was very difficult, because people were not ready to share the knowledge. That was the thing. Either we had to be with them for many many years to just understand a very basic thing, which today I would say that it has changed a lot. And it is one field which I always encourage all the youngsters who really want to get into business entrepreneurship is to look at water and see what they can do better. See, today technology is going up so fast, nanotechnology, so many research has been done, and it is happening. So, where they could fit exactly. So, even today, I would say that many of the rural parts don't have a safe drinking water provision or a purified water provision. So, now they can look at that itself as a business model, tie up with good technologies, and see how they can put this into effect. So that is the first thing. Then second thing, if you are really looking at a very big thing, like apartments are there, the housing thing is very huge. So how we can see that the residents use water in a better way, how they can save water, I mean, what really can be done. So every day we are seeing that technology is helping, and lot of new developments are coming every day. So I would say that, like other industries, water industry also is a very big thing, where right from fitments, fittings to everything, so engineering as a say, or technology, whatever they want to go in, even a process related thing they want to work. They want to take an entrepreneurship on process itself. That itself is going to be a very huge thing. So be it engineering, be it a process, be it a management, be it whatever it is not going to stop. So there is so much of scope that it is never ending, I would say. So day by day, I mean, even conversion of water to drinking water or safe water, that also is a huge opportunity space which is there.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel always.
That's great advice, because there are cliches that is associated to entrepreneurship, and I think this is a very new path that a lot of people can get inspired and start looking into.
Yeah, that's true. I would always advise the youngsters coming into this field, whichever field they want to enter, is know their basics well. Whatever, I mean, be it water, be it any field they want to do, they need to do a lot of research work, lot of studies, lot of understanding, then better step into it. Otherwise, just taking hearsay words and trying to get into an entrepreneurship, I would always say no for that. So better let them do a lot of research, let them go and understand, let them visit the places, take their personal understanding to all these things. And how, I mean, everybody, every one of us have our own limits. What is the best we can do? Let's try to start and go step by step on that. So that's my personal take on this.
Like you said earlier, like in your association with Rotary, while you were addressing that, you spoke about how it gave you a platform and you developed relationships. So, to the youngsters who are watching this video, what is that one advice you would give them about networking, about human relations? Because a lot of them are now, sort of consumed by digital. It's very important to have human association. So, what is your advice to budding entrepreneurs?
Yeah, see, it is one side very challenging to see that all the youngsters come out of their mobile, whatever it is. Yes, it is informative, but I feel that there is a time limit which each of them have to give, how much and what they want to really take from the mobile or the communication through the net. Now, coming back to your question, wherein I always advise everybody to have a one-to-one personal contact. And first and foremost, even when they are students, they have aspirations to do certain things, which I would say that almost all the professional organization, maybe like I would say a few of them, which is like for plumbing, Indian Plumbing Association is there. For fire, there is a Fire and Security Association of India. Then for heating, ventilating, air conditioning, there is ISHRE, which is parent body, a world body which is there. Like that, if you want to be a builder, there is a Builders Association of India and n number of association, hotel association, whatever the profession you want to take. Today, every organization or every association has got something called a student chapter. So I would always say that if you have any plans to do an entrepreneurship or to understand that field, better enroll yourself as in the student chapter and attend their meetings. So when you start attending and seeing people, you will know that, okay, this I was not aware of it. Okay, let me work on this. So you will start understanding by yourself what is it you want to take. And right in the initial stage, whatever the entrepreneurship or business or whatever activity, you can always afford to fail. Maybe take up one thing, work on it. If you feel that you're not comfortable with it, look at other thing. But I would always say that you dabble around with the same subject so that you have better knowledge on that. And day by day, when you start meeting people, you start gaining more knowledge.
Right.
So that becomes a very important thing. And I would always advise all the youngsters or even people like me also, whoever is there, it is better to write down everything. So today I have always seen that, okay, meeting goes on, they will save it all that on the notepad or whatever may be the thing. But at one point you are saving it, but you are not seeing it. So either have a board, whiteboard or something, write down everything so that every day you have a look at it. You can know that what you have forgotten or something you really want to learn. So that is where technology really helps, because today with lot of online courses on whatever you want to do, so it is better that you go through that, make a note of it, so you get an understanding of it. Then go into the few people who would have been in that business. Maybe they were successful or they have failed. Just try to understand few things, that why they have been successful. Right. Is it the attitude? Is it the networking or the friendship they have to meet different people? And I would always say that don't have any shyness in asking people.
Absolutely.
Be it the expert, be it anybody for that matter, introduce yourself, tell them what you really want to do. Okay, they may not share 100% information, but at least you will start getting to know different people from the field you want to take. So, and I have always been a person telling that learn from the best. Don't go for some small person who has just started, or go to the biggest guy. Ask them why they are successful. At least they tell two words, that itself will be very important. And for me, I have been lucky from the time I worked and all that. I have got to work with the best people who have given me the freedom to do, and they have taught me. So that being the case, I would always say that choose the best. You may falter here and there, but at least you will have a know-how of everything. You will start meeting people and never shy away. And one other important thing which I would always tell the youngsters is, don't burn bridges. So you have a difference of opinion, you don't want to share the same thought, let's be friends. I mean, always that friendship will help. Instead of fighting with them, arguing with them, telling that, no, I am not agreeing on this, all that. But better, it is always better to agree to disagree. So that's always been my success mantra, if you call it. I always maintain that, okay, your viewpoint is this, my viewpoint is this.
Right.
I don't want to get into an argument. So any day that friendship carries a lot. And I would always say, all the youngsters also, keep in touch with all your friends, be it from the school, be it from the college, be it from your professional thing. Even if you have quitted some company or something, there's nothing wrong in saying a hi, sending a wish. I mean, nobody is an enemy of anybody. So at least that high friendship,
Yes.
So what happens is, it helps you in one way or the other. Be it you have started your own business and you wanted some help, maybe the government, maybe whatever it is, at least you can reach out to them and ask them. Okay, they might have maybe today they will be a chartered accountant or somebody who is working to help liaising with the government officers. At least you will always have a advantage to reach out and say, hey, I want this help, how can I do this? So professionalism is different. Getting to know more about the field, that helps a lot. I would always say, go to your basics, learn the basics well. Before you jump into any technology, know the basics, know who are the good players in that, work a little bit, spend more time, so that you are able to do what you want. I mean, success stories will always be said, but there are a lot of failures which is there. Please understand that. It is not that you need to fail or anything like that. At least you will learn some things which maybe you should avoid, or maybe you should do it in a different way. So that's what I would always say the entrepreneurs. So be a part of thing when you are a student itself, be it your association, be a member of that, start working with them, go to events, so you will learn a lot of things. So that's my personal thing on it.
So much to learn from this conversation. It was extremely interesting and intuitive. Right from, Rotary as an organization, your work itself is so interesting because it's such a niche area. There was so much that we learned, and I'm sure the audience will learn too. And then your advice on continuous learning, about one-to-one interactions, about jotting down things, about joining professional organization. Just, I think the list of things that we took away from this is endless. Thank you so much for it. Thank you for sharing your experience and knowledge with all of us. So before we conclude, I have a rapid fire for you, and I hope you will have fun with this.
Okay.
The first one: would you prefer being a water auditor or being a Rotarian?
A Rotarian.
Wow. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Coffee.
All right. Would you pick your energetic 20s or knowledgeable 50s?
I mean, both are good. Energetic 20 is always good because not aware of anything, you do everything.
Okay. Working in a large organization or being an entrepreneur?
Being an entrepreneur, always.
All right. Reading books or watching movies?
Both.
Both? All right. And would you pick industrial associations or professional bodies?
I would always say professional bodies.
Perfect. Thank you so much. This was both enlightening and entertaining. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your knowledge with all of us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.